I'm most well known for climbing this mountain here. This is Mount Everest. And in my little keynote today, I'm going to take you on a journey to the top of that mountain. But along the way, I want to try to distill to you what leadership and key critical decision making looks like to me.
Climbers, we're quite simple folk. We have this term called the death zone. And the death zone relates to an area of the atmosphere that we climb in where it literally can't sustain life. So your decisions, they can't be woolly, they can't be next week, they can't even be tomorrow. They have to be very clinically thought through, and they have to be right. There's no second chance at this. There's no safety net of decision making. And I call it binary thinking. It doesn't matter what is in the periphery, it's got to be cut loose. You have to focus in a very binary way down that dark tunnel at the outcome. Nothing else can influence that decision. Because if it does, then you're not making a decision based purely on the facts. And there is no room at 8,000 meters for an emotional decision. It's logic all the way.
I build relationships with my clients. I don't climb Everest for giggles. I professionally lead people to the top of that mountain. I always have done.
Approximately 15 years ago, I shifted from being an amateur climber, mountaineer, climbing for myself, to being a professional one, in so much that I qualified as a IFMGA mountain guide, a worldwide recognized qualification. And with that came a significant shift in my decision-making process, because I was no longer looking after my own decisions and the outcomes for myself. I was now looking after essentially a client, their dreams, their aspirations, and also their safety, essentially their life. When you're climbing with your friends, there's no clear leader as such, yet you come to a very clear decision. Now I was still putting that fluidness into my decision making. I would bring my clients into the process of making the decisions, yet ultimately, when the chips are down and you're climbing at 8,000 meters in the death zone, the ultimate decision lies at my feet. The team I use on Everest doesn't really change. My Sherpas, I try to keep the same. I find the best, I incentivize them, and I keep them.
Dorji last year said he didn't want to return to Everest. He had had enough of his friends dying on the mountain, the earthquake, the avalanche, which killed a number of his friends in 2014. I had to somehow coax him back into the team. He is, I think, indispensable. And the way I coaxed him back was not throwing money at the situation, because that's just rude. And it's asking him to do something he's uncomfortable with, something which ultimately could kill him. So to give him money is nothing short of blood money. Now, the reason I got Dorji back into the fold is because of the years of working with him, the building the trust.
The clients come and go. So the clients are a little bit more fluid, and I have to bring that together and generate a win culture within that team. It's easy with the Sherpas. They're a yes culture. So they're always willing to go that extra step. So I end up, because I've got such a great team, looking more after the clients and their needs. And the culture comes from preloading that relationship before I even get out to the Himalayas.